So I felt like saying something on the Phoenician Scheme by Wes Anderson. Um, and I don't want to write it out because I feel like a lot of people have opinions. It's going to be more fun to just freeball it and talk about it in terms of whatever comes to mind. I think I have arrived somewhere with Wes Anderson because I often wondered what it was besides the sort of candy dollhouse aesthetics that made him so likable to people and so evocative of the childlike wonder in people. And I think I've arrived further now. I think after seeing the Phoenician Scheme, I am pretty confident to say that Wes Anderson actually really tips his hat to the sort of dimension of life, the second dimension, if you will, where there is no choice, actually. There is no, the second dimension is flat. So, very literally, very de facto, is Wes Anderson's aesthetics flat. They often, approach like this or it's like that. But also the characters they are never at a dilemma, if you've noticed. I don't think I can recall a single time when the character has been um, at a crossroads. It's always even if they are considering something, they already know. You see it right away in their mannerism and their countenance what they are going to do. And I'm fascinating. I did not notice this before. And so people would go, da da da, da da da, top, 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 top. And what does this do? At first, it may seem like it's very, puerile and just stupid, frankly. But at the end of the day, it's a sort of Taoism. It's a sort of um, giving up to a higher will. And it's said that Wes Anderson is now being self-referential, like Picasso in his later years. And even in this movie, Benicio del Toro's character, Zaza Corda, I believe his name was, says that, when he's asked by his daughter, why are you an asshole? Why are you a criminal? Why are you this way? And he's like, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. So that's a laughing nod at precisely the sort of qualm one may have about what is free will, who is doing this, am I doing it, is God, is life, or both of us doing it, do I even exist, etc. In Wes Anderson's stories, since characters are two-dimensional, even the shots are two-dimensional in a way, the fourth wall is almost broken. You're constantly reminded that you're watching a play, which people may have problems with, but actually it's a medicine. You have been watching Hollywood movies for now 50 years, and Hollywood wants mainly to do two things. It wants you to forget you're watching a movie. It wants you to be so immersed in someone else's dream that you are just, you know, this is why people are so hypnotized or have been hypnotized emotionally. I think Hollywood really stirred the pot emotionally in the world, the Western world, to a great degree, because emotions are not necessarily meant, and again, they are obviously meant since this is the self fulfilling prophecy again. But so the Stanislavski method, where you dig for gold and you dig and you dig and you go, ah, ah, is very, very narcissistic to the point of nihilism, to the point of self-denial and denial of life. Shakespeare has this beautiful line, I believe it is from Hamlet, and he says, the character says to his extras or actors, he says, "Speak your speech, I pray you, trippingly on the tongue, as I pronounced it to you. But if you mouth it, as many of our players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines." So what does he mean? He says that if you don't speak your lines with a sort of silliness, with a sort of self-reference, um, to this being acting, you are mouthing your speech, and it is better that the salesman on the town square does your roles, because he will do them better. He is better at self-referencing the fact that the world is a stage. Okay, the world is a stage. We're all actors. And this is when you look into the eyes of someone you meet, and you see that they have this trickster in them. And the trickster is, they are aware that they are playing around. Okay? And you see it and you go, what are you? What's going on? What's going on? But that is what's going on, right? They are aware that the world's a stage. So Wes Anderson is very aware that the world's a stage, and he wants us to wake up to this fact as well. Okay, he wants us to enjoy a movie from our seat, not from an immersion into thought form where you forget that you are in your own physicality, and where you sort of start downloading this narcissistic and in the end nihilistic way of method acting. Okay, which I mean, boy, I am very much in this, very much. I can't say that, maybe more than others, who knows. But I found that this was really interesting. So we have a couple of points. We have Wes Anderson doing two-dimensional aesthetics, two-dimensional character arcs, in that they are never at crossroads. They always just bolt ahead because there is a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then number three, actually, which a lot of people say, I recently read someone on Twitter saying that um, Wes Anderson might as well be making silent movies, or he is making. I could not agree more. Wes Anderson is a brilliant dialoguist. The scene where Zsa Zsa Corda, Benicio del Toro's character, is proposing to Scarlett Johansson, and he there's like a patriarchy reference, and Benicio del Toro says to Scarlett Johansson, "Obey me, do as I say," and she's like, and he's like, "I'm begging you, obey me," and then he's like, "I'm begging you, come on," and then she's like, "No," and then he's like, "Obey me," and then she's just like, "Why?" And that scene, so very clear cut, so simple, but the pathos, the inherent pathos of the cadence, of the dialogue, of the ping pong, is, I have not seen that actually in a movie, I believe, ever. It's magical. It's pretty much modern day Shakespearean, in my opinion. So I am back. I was off of Wes Anderson. I said I am not gonna enjoy this movie. I'm just going for the company, to hang out, to do something. And my expectations were pretty much zero, but I am back on the Wes Anderson train. I do believe that this guy is creating magic.